Well, the first thing to understand is that every organization at some point, whether it's a corporation, a nonprofit, a government entity, will face a crisis or an issue to which it has to quickly and properly respond. You can't plan when this is going to happen, but you can plan how to respond appropriately. There are several things to keep in mind. The first thing is crisis planning. And this really means thinking about any scenario that could possibly happen to your particular organization. And then from there, taking those scenarios and building out protocols for roles that each person will play, and protocols for communication, both external and internal. The next part of it is practice. Practice makes perfect, right? So it's great to have plans, but if they sit on a shelf, it really isn't going to do you a lot of good. So it's important to have mock drills where you actually implement these plans. This gives you an opportunity to really pinpoint areas where there may need to be improvement or changes, and to review, and also to make you comfortable so when the actual event occurs, you feel like you're ready to respond. The other thing is, it's important to have good up-to-date lists of all key stakeholders, whether it's business partners, communities, employees, political leaders, activist groups, the media. But if you've done your homework, you'll have those lists, because this is where reputation intersects with crisis. If you've built a good reputation, if you've built good relationships with your key audiences, then you will be ready to respond, and you will have built trust, the trust that's required in a situation like a crisis. I'll give you an example from my own career. When I was working for an oil company, we had a well control incident, a blowout, commonly known. And as a result, we had oil product going all over in fields and around some farms and homes, and on some of the homes. So quite an environmental problem. I had previously been working with a reporter from this was near San Antonio, the San Antonio Business Journal, and had taken him out and shown him our operations, and had built a very good relationship with him. So when this occurred, he called me right away, and I was able to explain to him exactly what had happened, what we were doing, how we were responding, and subsequently, after we were able to get it under control and we had remediation in place, I invited him back out to the site, and he got to see everything. He brought a photographer with him and did a great story that talked about how we had been able to handle and mitigate this incident. I remember very distinctly that our lawyers weren't particularly thrilled with the idea of bringing a reporter out, but I remember afterwards, when the story came out, one of them called me and thanked me and said, I really was nervous about doing that and having you do that, and it turned out great, and it really helped to maintain our reputation despite the fact that we had this incident. So I think that's just an example of building relationships and then having plans in place. We had plans in place for that, where our community relations folks were helping those who had been impacted in the community. We had others who were working with the regulators. We had others who were working with local politicians. So it's really important to have all those folks in place and to know who plays what role as you're going through this type of situation.